Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is my top 5 reasons why you should consider getting into the Bauer 20 volt cordless tool line. So my number 5 reason is that this cordless tool line has a ton of options to expand from just your core drill and driver, impact driver, all the way out to garden tools, trade specific tools, all kinds of things. So just to name a couple, they have a cordless paint sprayer that just came out, chainsaw, a backpack sprayer, a drain auger, a heat gun, impact wrenches. They've got a very, very large selection of tools to purchase to expand this tool line, like I said, from just a lot of your basic tools. Are there other cordless tool brands with more tools than we currently have from the Bauer offering? Yes, I think the tool brand that has the most up to this point in time is Ryobi. Ryobi is probably a fantastic tool brand. No, Bauer does not have the most amount of cordless tools you can purchase, but they just keep cranking out more and more and more. I think I just saw 1 or 2 more tools get added this weekend to this cordless tool line. So it is being expanded very quickly and with pretty decent quality tools. So my number 4 reason is that this cordless tool line, in all those options of expanding your tool line that you have plenty of brushless tool options as well. Now this is nothing groundbreaking. If you know anything about the tool world, other brands have been doing brushless tools for a long time. Thankfully, Bauer has now started getting into the brushless tools, and we're seeing some improvements on some tools that only came in brushed, and we're also seeing a lot of tools being released in brushless only versions. Hopefully I'm saying all this right. Anyway, they have a couple of really great tools. One of the very first brushless tools I saw was the air compressor that they have. This is good for, all kinds of little things like brad nailers and staplers. You could probably use it for other tasks as well, of course, tires, things like that. Many uses with it. And then they have things like a brushless mud mixer that I could see being useful for a lot more things than just drywall mud. Also an SDS hammer drill, a sliding miter saw that actually just came out. It is only a 7 1/4 inch sliding miter saw, but it just came out, nice to have. That is also brushless. Reciprocating saws, a multi-tool, grinders, impacts. They're coming out with quite a bit of brushless stuff. And I bet most of what we'll see being released in the next few years will probably be mostly brushless versions of a lot of these tools. And I'll also add a lot of those brushless tools come in at a very nice price. Number 3 is their quality level. And is this to say that they're the best quality tools out there? No, I'm not saying that. Harbor Freight's not even saying that. There's plenty of other cordless tool brands out there that are much better quality than the Bauer line. The Bauer line is definitely in that kind of prosumer, DIY level market. Prosumer, some of the stuff may work better in that level, in that realm. But definitely for sure a good, solid, decent quality DIY brand. Quality is, in my opinion, is going to be subjective based on what you're using it for. Each one of these tools come in with a 90-day warranty. This used to bug me. I still wouldn't mind seeing a 1-year warranty on these tools, but I understand that you actually save money because they let you choose to buy the warranties and save the money at the register when you go to check it out if you want to save money on that warranty if you don't think you're going to need it. And I'll tell you, the warranty, if it was a 1-year or even a 2-year, or even if we had like DeWalt's 3-year warranty, I would have one tool. Excuse me, let me rephrase this too. It would not have fallen under the 1-year and not under the 2-year. If it had the DeWalt 3-year warranty, I have one tool that would have fallen in that category. Of course, a lot of these tools are newer. I haven't even had them for 3 years. There's still potential for them to break. But I've also had a very good amount of these tools for over 3 years, and I've had no issues with most of them. I had one impact that broke that could have been my fault. I don't think it was because I use my Milwaukee in the same way regularly, but if you want to go find out what happened to it, there will be a link in the description below if you want to see that bad enough. Other than that though, the rest of these tools, even that tool itself, are decent performing, decent quality tools. Okay, my number 2 reason is battery price. I just wanted to select a couple of other big brands. I'm a Milwaukee guy, so I always like to pick on Milwaukee, especially when I compare it to the Bauer stuff. I've still got a lot of M12 tools from my Milwaukee line, just stuff that Bauer or Harbor Freight simply doesn't sell in the Bauer line. So this is going to take a little reading, but let me get through it. Starting with the biggest battery that Bauer sells, that's the 5 amp hour batteries. For 60 bucks, you can pick one of those up. Milwaukee sells a 5 amp hour battery for $150. That's almost 3 times the price for a 5 amp hour battery from Milwaukee. And not to mention, when you get them for $120 a piece, you have to buy them in a pack of 4 to get that price. Moving down a tier more into the prosumer level, we have Craftsman. I'm not sure why I picked this brand. It just was what I picked. I was trying to get a Home Depot brand like Milwaukee and a Lowe's brand like Craftsman to compare to. So the Craftsman 6 amp hour, that's as close as I could come in at $90. It says that they're normally $120. They're on sale right now. That's still 2 times the price for 1 more amp hour from the Craftsman tool line. Continuing on with those same brands, if you pick up a 3 amp hour battery from Bauer, you get it for 45 bucks. From Milwaukee, a 3 amp hour battery, and this is by far the cheapest I've ever seen them, because I used to be in the Milwaukee line, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is some kind of deal. I've never seen them this cheap. I've never known these batteries to be this cheap. Is you can get them for 50 bucks if you buy 2 of them. So you have to buy a whole pack, a 2-pack for 100 bucks. Again, that's the cheapest I've ever seen Milwaukee batteries. 1 single battery was listed at $120. So I would be interested to see how that changes, if this is just a sale or if that's a price you can get them for all the time. If you can, that's a pretty darn good deal. The closest I could come with the Craftsman was 4 amp hour. And the 4 amp hour batteries come in at 75 bucks, but you have to buy a 2-pack. So a lot of people will tell me, well, if you just buy in bulk, you get them for the same price as the Bauer stuff. That's why I'm talking about these if you're buying them in the packs, because that's what a lot of people like to claim. Well, if you buy one, if you buy more than one, then it becomes a really great deal. These are still quite a fair bit more expensive than the Bauer batteries. Moving down to the 1.5 amp hour batteries, let's make this pretty quick. And I will say that I don't really like the Bauer 1.5 amp hour batteries. In my experience, they just don't power a fair amount of these tools well enough. They do fine with like the handheld lights, drills, drivers, things like that. But any other tool, really, you're gonna have to, with a few exceptions, you're gonna have to move up to the 3 amp hour battery. The 1.5 amp hour battery from Bauer comes in at $25. Milwaukee comes in at $80. And then with Craftsman, you can get a 2 amp hour. That's, again, the closest I could come to that, at 40 bucks, but you have to buy 2 of them. So the batteries are a huge reason to get into the Bauer tool line, because they are a lot less expensive than a lot of the other tool brands. Okay, so now to get to my number 1 reason, and that is because the tools are priced very well. So I just talked about battery pricing, now I'm talking about tool pricing, and I will include battery pricing in this argument a little bit. Now, I did a whole bunch of research, and I mostly just compared it to Milwaukee, and that might not be the most fair comparison. This is, this really could be an argument for a lot of DIY level tools, and I'll admit that. It's an imperfect argument, but I do just want to make a point here, especially for the DIYers, homesteaders, hobby farmers, things like that, people that don't necessarily use their tools to make their living. Now, I have this whole list here, but I'm going to just start at the top, and in order to not bore you, move right to the bottom, and we'll talk about this a little bit. I have a lot of people claiming that you can purchase a whole set of, a whole combo kit of Milwaukee tools for the same price as Bauer. I actually found out that was true. This is with a Core 10 tool combo kit from Home Depot in the Milwaukee M18 tool line. For $650, you can purchase the 10 tool pack, which I'm not going to list every single tool that was in it because I don't remember off the top of my head, for 650 bucks. And then if you bought every single one of those tools in the Bauer version, some of them are going to be brushless in the Bauer version because they don't sell brushed versions of these tools. You're going to come out, and the Milwaukee tools are all brushed versions of these tools. You're going to come up with 626 bucks. So you're going to save about $24 to go with Bauer. Okay, if that's the only 10 tools you ever buy and you never go outside of those 10 tools, probably worth it to pick up Milwaukee outside of the battery thing, because you're going to have to replace those batteries over the years, and that's going to be expensive. So in that case, if you're only going to stick with the 2 batteries that come in that kit, it's probably worth it to go with the Milwaukee. I'll admit that straight out. But what happens when you want to expand that line and get other tools to do other things? Okay, so I just did this at random. I didn't cherry pick these tools for the widest margins between the Bauer or the Milwaukee line. In fact, I'm going to talk about vacuums, and the vacuum was only like 60 bucks cheaper. So I did not cherry pick these to make Milwaukee look as bad as possible. I just took 3 random tools from 3 different kind of groups of use to bring out why the Bauer line is still significantly cheaper. And so to just go all the way to the bottom with that, if you added a brad nailer, a string trimmer, and a vacuum, and then 2 5-amp hour batteries, you're going to wind up still under $1,000 in the Bauer line. So if you bought all 3 of those tools and 2 batteries, in Bauer, you'd be at a total of $970. In Milwaukee, you'd be at a total of $1,670. You're still under $1,000 on the Bauer tools. You're nearly to $1,700 on the Milwaukee tools. So in this case, once you start adding more tools out of that core group of tools you bought in the combo kit, it just gets very, very expensive. And that's why they do it. It's a good sales or marketing pitch, because you're like, hey, I could go pick up these same tools in like one of the best known cordless tool lines out there, Milwaukee, for the same price as I can pick up Ryobi or Bauer or, you know, or whatever other brand you would potentially use there. What happens when you get outside of that combo kit that you purchased? It gets extremely expensive. It gets very expensive very fast. And not to mention, you're stuck with all the bare bones, basic brushed versions of those tools. Where with a lot of these Bauer tools, you're getting brushless. Now, I will say that there is a performance and quality difference in a lot of those Milwaukee tools. So it's still not apples to apples, right? You're still getting something more for the money you're paying. And I'm not gonna deny that. Milwaukee is a better quality tool brand. I know that, Harbor Freight knows that, you probably know that. But it's just a point to make that it's not really worth it to go to a lot of those other tool brands. And it's why Harbor Freight's Bauer tool line is a very, very good option for people in my same shoes. So this is supposed to be somewhat of a 1-year update that I regularly do on the Bauer tools. I'm a little bit early on it this year. I've been in this tool line for 3 to 4 years now. I don't remember exactly how long, and I've been very satisfied with the tools so far. I'm seeing largely positive feedback, mostly positive feedback from people who also own Bauer tools that I have comment on my videos, as well as people that comment on some of the Facebook tool groups that I'm a part of. There's a lot of people behind these tools that really like them. Are they the best tools to purchase? I don't know, that's up for you to decide. There are times where I wonder if the Cobalt line maybe might be the best option, the best bang for your buck all the way around. I'm not really sure. They're definitely gonna charge you more. It's definitely gonna cost you more money to get into that Cobalt line, but the Bauer line is still a good tool line, and I'm still very happy with it, and it is a very good value. I think overall, there's a lot of value in this tool line, and it's going to give you, a DIYer, a lot of capabilities for not a whole ton of money. Thanks everyone for watching. If you could give this video a big thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, go click subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.